Welcome to Newspresso. Here is the top story in the past 6 hours. In a quiet town in eastern Uganda, Nabamali sits in a modest living room with a camera crew, a cup of tea, and a wary look. He's a person who wrestles family disputes. Men who can't stand the thought children look. For Kuroi, it's a taboo topic, one that families usually keep under their breath. Yet he feels compelled to step in, because marriages can break apart violently. If the truth comes out, it can be devastating. He tells husband that he doesn't resemble his father. He shows DNA isn't the only measure of paternity. Uganda's paternity crisis accelerated by DNA labs. The Internal Affairs Lab has seen a rise. Men voluntarily request tests at the lab. Simon Mundai said 95% of those who come are men. Most results show they are not the fathers. Mundai cautions men to be sure of their motives. They should consider the cost before testing. Tests are expensive with no guarantee of accuracy. They may also provide a wrong diagnosis. Mundai cautions men to be sure of their motives. They should consider the cost before testing. Mundai cautions men to be sure of their motives. They should consider the cost before testing. Mundai cautions men to be sure of their motives. They should consider the cost before testing. Mundai cautions men to be sure of their motives. They should consider the cost before testing. Archbishop Kazimba delivered a Christmas sermon. It quoted the virgin birth to oppose DNA tests. Mundai cautions men to be sure of their motives. They should consider the cost before testing. Tests are expensive with no guarantee of accuracy. They may also provide a wrong diagnosis. The ministry says tests happen during legal cases. Archbishop Kazimba delivered a Christmas sermon. It quoted the virgin birth to oppose DNA tests. He warned if you find children are not yours, you should treat them like Joseph did. Love them as your own. The Archbishop's words echo a call. Clerics and traditional leaders call to return. They advocate for African teachings. Community elders like Kutoi champion, yet advertising on Kampala taxes and radio stations for DNA testing. They keep pushing the idea that the only way to resolve these disputes is through science. He advises men who doubt paternity to leave the matter, leave it to God. He reminds people a child born at home belongs. It belongs to family, regardless of DNA. Pastor Andrew Mutengo organized counseling. He helped a businesswoman reconcile with a barber. The barber claimed paternity over her daughter. These sessions emphasize community support. The result, a surge in tension, possibility of violent breakups, growing awareness of ways to keep families together without resorting to costly tests. The follow-up is a community dialogue. It is led by faith leaders. They urge a return to values of forgiveness. The idea that bonds of family are not solely built. It is built on biology. The next step will be to see whether these conversations can outpace the allure of DNA labs and whether the Ugandan people can reclaim a definition of paternity that fits their culture and reality. Subscribe Newspresso. Never miss a major global headline.